Okay, guys, Konami, they sent me some more stuff. This time they sent me the Advent Calendar, and also 5 of these packs. Legendary Duelists. They actually sent them to me last week. I got them like last Friday. I'm making this on a Tuesday. So I've had these just sit in my room for like 5 days. And I thought it was about time I finally actually opened them. Because the thing is, like, these cards do look cool. I have been looking forward to, you know, looking at those, making a new Spirit Beast deck or whatever. Not Spirit Beast, whatever his thing is with the spirit messages. The Advent Calendar, though, this is what I was excited about. Because you see, last year, they had one as well. Actually, I have one in my room. I haven't actually, like, thrown it away. It's kind of hard to see with, like, my... Because this thing is gigantic. And I don't want to actually, like, move my thing too much. Here, let me actually move some of my... one of my little paperweights. Yeah, unless I move my camera, I'm not going to be able to show this entire thing. But just, you know, it's gigantic. If I move it, you'll probably see too much stuff in my... Oops, I accidentally turned off my light. You'll see too much stuff in my room, and I like to keep my privacy. Because, you know, I have a lot of fans, and some of them are crazy. So I like to keep the amount of things I show about myself to a minimum. Suffice to say, this is, like, it's much more compact. That's because, like, the numbers themselves, because it's, like, double-sided. The other side also has little Karibo on it. The other one is just really long and big. Perfect for, like, an advent calendar. You just open up one a day. That's exactly what I did, because I love holiday bullshit. I don't even care if the cards in it were good or not. You know, these kinds of things appeal to me, specifically. So, you know, when they asked if I wanted this, I was like, hell yeah, I do. I was going to buy one myself. Like, as soon as they wouldn't sell at whatever store. So I'm excited to see what's in here. The numbers are weird, though. Like, number 1 is right here, and I don't know where number 2 is at. Oh, it's, like, down here on the other side. I don't know what that's about. It seems like some kind of numbering mistake, because the numbers are supposed to be, like, if I grab my old one... Oops, I should just move the blue eyes out of the way. Like, this one right here, it's kind of hard to see, so I'll, like, put it upside down. You see, number 1, and then number 2, and then number 3, number 4. You know, those ones actually make sense. These ones' numbers are, like, out of order. Number 13, number 6, number 7, number 11. I don't get it. Whatever. It's smaller, too. The thing with this, though, like, you know, they send it to me for free to review it or whatever. I kind of wanted to save it for actual, like, December. Because it's fun opening up, like... Because what I did was I bought, like, a big old box of random packs from Walmart. Because you can buy those online. So I would open up one card every day plus a pack. And it was a lot of fun opening up a new card and a pack every day in December. Again, you know, not really worth it, like, money-wise. You know, if you're trying to get good value out of it. I don't really care about that. I just like to do stupid bullshit for fun. As you've seen with, like, my channel being dedicated to nothing but gimmick decks for 5 years before I started doing top 10s. I am a huge fan of stupid bullshit. Wait, I shouldn't say... No, I was going to say, I shouldn't say cuss words in my videos because they'll get demonetized, but I don't care if this particular video is monetized or not. But I probably shouldn't set a precedent either. I should just, you know, no cussing at all. So, I don't know which one to open first. I think I'll get the packs out of the way because I'm much more excited about this thing. Oops, did I move my mic? Okay, first up we have... Actually, it's kind of hard to see my camera. Let me move it. Over here. Okay, so Predaplant Chaladu. You know, Predaplants are really good, and I mention them a lot in top 10s, and I'm not good at reading names. I don't know, like, this may come as a surprise to many people who are not lifelong fans, who've been watching the channel for a while, but I'm actually kind of bad at reading names. And I'd like to see someone who's good at it, because, you know, how the hell are you supposed to pronounce this without studying it for a few seconds first? Chalami Dosundu? Chalamsudu? This is like the most complicated name I've ever seen. So like, yeah, whenever I have Predaplants in a video, especially this one, because it's a good card, and it's seen play. I mean, it's not seen play currently, but it's seen play in the past, and it's also a really good fusion card. But it's impossible to say its name, and I always read off their names whenever I talk about a card. So what I do with this card is I cheat, and I just call it Predaplant Do, because, you know, the last name of it has Do at the very end of it. Basically, all it does is you can fusion summon a dark fusion monster. Dark Calling, Oracle of the Sun, Gimmick Puppet, and the Ultimate Earthbound Immortal. If you normal summon or set an Earthbound Immortal monster... Wait. If a normal summon or set Earthbound Immortal monster is on the field, you can target one face-up monster on the field, destroy it. You can use each effect once per turn. It's a continuous trap card that just destroys a card every turn. Damn, that's good. Too bad Earthbound Immortals suck. Okay, next up. Evil Hero Prodigy, Fire Ant, Gimmick Puppet, Evil Hero Malicious Fiend, and Kappa Apu. One of the few good Earthbound Immortal cards, because this one can enemy control your opponent. Or I guess you discard a card in order to take control of one of your opponent's monsters. It's really good. You know, mind controlling one of your opponent's cards. You know, bringing it out is the problem. Evil Hero Malicious Fiend, Predablast, Puppet Parade. They come out with Gimmick Puppet support before that really good Gimmick Puppet card came out. Let's see. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon Gimmick Puppet monsters with different names from your deck up to the difference. Then if your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher than yours, you can set one rank up magic normal spell card directly from your deck. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except Gimmick Puppet monsters. You can activate one Gimmick Puppet Parade per turn. That seems really good. Zoma the Spirit, I know who he is. Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. That thing's creepy. I don't want to read the Gimmick Puppet cards themselves. I've never really cared for Gimmick Puppets. What I don't like are gimmicks that are like xenophobic with other decks. I like to mix and mash decks. If a deck itself is like very pure, where you can't really put anything else in it, you know, like Prank Kids, then I don't bother, because it's like, what's the point? They don't really allow for too much creativity when it comes to deck building. So if a deck is like too reliant on its own cards to do everything, I generally ignore them. Luckily, that's not super common. Gimmick Puppet. Isn't this the one card the entire archetype revolves around? Because it's in the grave, then you can special summon it? Probably. Whoa. Perform Puppet. Since it has those shiny letters, it's probably good. You can banish one Gimmick Puppet monster from your graveyard. All monsters you currently control become the banished monster's level until the end of this turn. If a face-up Gimmick Puppet monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Gimmick Puppet monsters, special summon it. Wow. Not as good as I thought. You know, since all these packs only had 5 cards in them, I assumed they were all going to be holos. Because I thought that's what it was like last time. Is this a Immortal Destiny? Is this like one of those packs they have for when you're like doing battles against each other? You know, to like make a deck? Ooh, Dark Sanctuary. Okay, so Doom Caliber Knight, Junk Puppet. Target one Gimp Puppet onto the graveyard, special summon it. That seems good. Predaplant. This is the new Predaplant monster, isn't it? I don't think I ever read it. All of the Predaplant, like, fusion monsters are usually really good. So let's see, if this focuses, I can read its effect. I should be somewhat stable. Because you see, like, I have, whatchamacallit, carpal tunnel in my left hand. So I can't really keep it straight because my hand constantly shakes if I try to... Well, it's not that bad right now. But my right hand's fine. I should be able to hold this straight. It just won't focus. It focused on everything else, no problem. Oh, there we go. Gains attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters on the field with a predator counter. You can only use the following effects once per turn. When your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck while you control a fusion summon card, quick effect, you can negate the summon, and if you do, destroy those monsters? What? If your opponent controls a monster with a predator counter, you can special summon this card from your graveyard in defense position. What? Holy shit. That's really good. Both of those effects. Dark Sager, I know what this card does. I put it in like my top 10 gamble video. Because it has a gambling effect that's really good. Okay. Those out of the way. I'll just put those to the side. Now it's time for my favorite thing. It kind of hurts me to have to open this. But I'll just use my box cutter real quick. Okay. Now, how to do this? I guess I'll just open it up. Let's see, we'll start with number 6. Number 6 is the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, that card's not very good. Number 13 is Relinkaribo. Ooh, I like this card, even if it's not very good. Basically, if it's tributed, you get to draw a card. And also, it prevents a monster from being destroyed by battle as a graveyard effect. It seems like it's so good. I've tried so hard to make a deck out of Relinkaribo in Duel Links, and I could just never get anything to work. It's just, even with like enemy controller in the game, they need more cards that can tribute. Berserker Crush. It's not very good. They are very Karibo themed though. Linkaribo. This card's really good. I think I put it at the top at number 1 spot in one of my lists. Damn. Not half bad. Okay, let's go into number 1. Of course, on day number 1, you'd get Karibo. That makes sense. Oh, wait, I can probably... Here, 1 second. I could probably just move this up a little bit. Oops. Photon. I might need to move my light to get better angle on this. Basically it's a hand trap, pay 2,000 life points in order to stop a battle phase. It's like a worse battle fader. A worse Swift Scarecrow, I mean. Ooh, Winged Karibo. That's not very good either. It's good in stall decks and Duel Links. What token? They have a Karibo token as one of the options. Wow, a holographic token. Okay, so I know this would probably piss off some people to see a token in here, but that's honestly like one of the favorite things I've pulled so far. Let's see, number 5, Winged Karibo level 9. Yeah, looks like they just went straight up full Karibo stuff. Because that's not very good. I did a video on the top 10 Karibo cards. Basically, oh, I think that's what Linkaribo was at number 1 on. Oh, this is a good card. I think recently it went to semi-limited in the OCG or something like that. Oh, you know, this camera has a light on it. What if I try turning that on? No, it just kind of like gives the card itself a glare. Let's turn that off. Yeah, I probably just have to deal with it. Curryborn. Ooh. Recently, like, I was on Hardleg Joe's channel. Actually, yeah, if I just use my left hand for this, it works. I just have to deal with my hand constantly shaking. whatchamacallit, in Hardlegs Joe's channel, we did this thing called like the deck build challenge. You should watch his channel, it's great. I've been on a couple of those. And one of them was like a challenge where players could only have 800 life points. So one of the decks he used was a Karibo deck. And then he used Karibo Horn to like win. I was gonna win, and then he used that card and just brought all his cards back. Rainbow Karibo. Was this number 2 on my video? I don't remember. This card's really good. This is like one of the few Karibo cards that actually saw play. If your opponent declares an attack, you can attach this monster to it, and then if it's in the graveyard and your opponent declares a direct attack, you can special summon it to block an attack. Ooh. Ooh, okay, so that's all the cards on the front side. Now to the back. Spear Karibo! I have a soft place in my heart for Spear Karibo because I'm a Duel Links player. I'll be honest with you guys, I probably play Duel Links more than I play normal Yu-Gi-Oh! No, absolutely. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Every day. And when I say Yu-Gi-Oh!, I mean I play Duel Links every day. Transcended Wings, best not to even talk about that. Karibon. Is this the one where you gain life points if... During damage calculation, if this card is attacked by your opponent's monster, you can activate this effect. You take no battle damage from the battle. Your opponent gains life points equal to the monster's attack. Also, you return this card to your hand. Oh yeah, so this is like a Nurse Burn card, basically. Do Nurse Burn decks actually use that card? I wouldn't think so. It seems like it's too slow. Multiply, to make use with that Karibo token they gave. And Link Karibo, Junk Karibo, I don't know why I misread that. So, in the deck build challenge with 800 life points, I made 3 copies of these. It's so good. If you know you're going against burn damage, it's a hand trap, which negates a burn effect and then destroys the card. There's not too many other cards that do that. All the other, like, anti-burn cards are like, you don't take burn damage for the rest of the turn, or stupid stuff like that. Karibanded. So, when I made my top 10 video on the Karibo cards, I forgot Karibanded existed. I don't know how. I usually don't forget something as important as cards like this. Like, this card is really good. It lets you excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and then mill them, and then add a spell or trap card to your hand, but only if this card was normal summoned, and only during the end phase. It's kind of slow. It has a really good effect, it's just it's too balanced to really see too much play. Winged Karibo level 10, this card's only useful in gimmick decks, which is my forte. Flute of Summoning Karibo, this card actually sees a lot of play in Duel Links. Because, you set it, and it will eat up one of your opponent's spell or trap card destructions, and then you can search or special summon off of it to add either Karibo, which sees play, or Winged Karibo, who sees play in stall decks. Because, surprisingly, normal Karibo just sees play in random decks in Duel Links. Karivolt. Do they literally have every single Karibo card in here? That means they'll have Ankh Karibo too, right? This card's not very good, though. It just, like, detaches an XYZ material or something. Detonate. I already have, like, a whole bunch of these. Holographic, too. They released a set, like, years ago where they had a bunch of holo cards in it, and some of them were Karibos. So I have, like, a million holographic detonates. Okay, so there's 2 left. Clear Karibo. Oh, this is another one I mained in the deck build challenge at 3 copies, because it also has an effect to negate effect damage, and it also has a graveyard effect to draw a card if your opponent attacks, and potentially special summon it if the card you drew was a monster. And last but not least, let's see, when your opponent monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, change the attack target to this card, Proceed to damage calculation. If you would take battle damage from that battle, you gain that much life points instead. Like, I was legitimately excited when I saw this card released. This is one of the new Kuriboh cards. I'm surprised it was like the very last one I went to. It's like one of the best ones in here. So, I have this deck. This deck I made, I probably stole it somewhere online, but I popularized it. Where it's like a life point mill gain deck, where all you try to do is gain life points while slowly milling your opponent. It's surprisingly decent. It's a novel concept, and this card is a hand trap, which perfectly encompasses what that deck tries to do, which is why I was excited about it. Doesn't really fit in the deck very well, though. Unfortunately, because I did play test it. Okay, so out of all of the Kuriboh cards, I just got... I don't think I missed any of them. Let me check real quick. Okay, you know, I just noticed he's on the cover of it. Like, of course he'd be in here. Why wouldn't he be? He's on the cover of it. So, out of all the Kuriboh cards, let me see, which ones were good? Okay, so out of all the cards they added, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wow, exactly 10. So if I were to rank these in order of best to worst, I'm surprised there's 10 good cards in here. So definitely Link Kuriboh is number 1. I'm kind of hesitant at number 2. For now, I'll put 1-for-1 at number 2. And then I'll put Kuriboh Bandit at 3. And then no way. Definitely has to be Rainbow Kuriboh. And then maybe this card. And then maybe Spear Kuriboh, the card that special summons from the deck. Clear Kuriboh, Kuriborn, and then Ring Kuriboh last. That's the order. So of the top 5 cards, Link Kuriboh is really good. Spear Kuriboh, Rainbow Kuriboh is good. 1-for-1 is a good card. I'm surprised this is just randomly in here. I mean, it makes sense. It allows you to special summon a level 1 monster from your deck. And they're all level 1 monsters, basically. And I'm surprised they just made a whole thing of nothing but Kuriboh cards. You know, I will tell you this, like, people love Kuriboh. I don't know why. I guess it's cute or something. That's why they make lots of different Kuriboh cards. And having an entire Christmas set dedicated to nothing but Kuriboh cards, people are gonna like this. Honestly. 10 useful cards? Well, not useful, but decent cards? Not even decent, because, like, 2 of these cards are legitimately just good. Like, these 2 cards will definitely see play, especially Link Kuriboh. The cards are here, even though it's all Kuriboh stuff, better than last year's. Which should tell you something about, you know, like, the quality of the one last year. I still bought it anyway. And I don't know. I already know all the cards are just going to be more Kuriboh cards, and do I really want more copies of it? The thing is, I really like advent calendars, and they don't really have any good ones for, like, anything else that I like. Because, like, you know, I don't give a hoot about other stuff that would possibly have something. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the only things that it's like a physical product that you could open every day from one advent calendar. So maybe I'll just buy another one when it comes, because it's fun to open up stuff like that. Maybe I can just buy packs. Actually, can I fit packs in here? I would assume so. Because, like, I randomly just have packs laying around. Just like a whole bunch of unopened packs. Don't ask me why. Let me see. It fits. It doesn't fit very well, but it definitely fits. And then, you know, I just pull it out. Probably gonna bend the cards a little bit, but hey. You know, I think I just found a use for this box. I'll probably just put packs in here. They're like 3 cards. Let me see if I have a normal pack. Does this count as a normal pack? It's 5 cards. It's just like the ones I just opened. Yeah, this is probably the only one. The other ones I think are just more star packs. Or I have other stuff in the box that have packs in. Let's see if these ones fit. Yeah, it slides in. Awesome. Okay, I think I know what to do. I'm just going to buy a bunch of packs and just put them in here. That's how I'll do my advent calendar this year. This is nice and sturdy too, and it's a little bit smaller than the other one. Okay, I think I'm good to go. Although maybe I'll buy one that has better numbers on it. I don't know. So yeah, those are the things Konami sent me. Cool stuff. You know, I get this for free. The only condition is that, you know, I don't even have to make a video about it. I would just assume if I don't make one or mention it in any way, they probably won't send me more stuff. So this is like a, you know, thanks.